Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Book and BuJo, where I talk about all things books, bullet journals, and stationery. It's time for my June plan with me, the Strawberry Moon. Before I start on my June setups, let's do a quick flip through of May. I did appreciate the more muted colors of the yellows and greens that I used in May after all of the bright pink in April. There are still a few days left in May, so I will be sure to fill in the rest of my weather tracker as well as my gratitude page. And I am excited to say I did much better on my cleaning tracker. I actually got the entire house cleaned from top to bottom, so that was a huge win for me. I also completed my May TBR, which is also exciting, as well as completing 2 readathons. Be sure to check out my May wrap-up videos that will be coming out soon. I am liking my weekly setup still, so I will most likely continue them into June. And once we move into June, I'll fill out my reflection page for May as well as my intentions for June. Now let's take a look at some of the supplies that I used for my June setup. I did mainly use Ohuhu dual tip brush pens in 3 different colors in the nice red, green, and yellow. And then I also used a Staedtler dual tip marker and a couple of the Jelly Roll metallic pens for this setup. And of course, my Archer and Olive notebook. Now on to my cover page. My theme for June is the Strawberry Moon, which is so named to mark the ripening of strawberries that are ready to be gathered in June. It is also known as the Rose Moon, the Mead Moon, and the Honey Moon, and is said to make room for luck, love, and prosperity. Other names are the Berries Ripen Moon, Green Corn Moon, Birth Moon, Hot Moon due to the heat of summer, the Horse Moon, the Dian Moon, which I believe is in regards to the halfway point in the year, the Flower Moon, Blooming Moon, Egg Laying Moon, Hatching Moon, Hoer Moon, which is similar to the Blooming Moon, and Planting Moon. The Strawberry Moon is a time for the harvest and for manifesting your intentions, to live in the present. In June, there are times when the moon takes on a red-colored look, and this is due to the proximity to the horizon. The closer the moon is to the horizon, the redder the moon appears as the light rays travel through the atmosphere. And the full moon in June peaks on June 3rd at 11:42 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My quote for June is from sagegoddess.com and is, "The strawberry moon hangs low and ripe. The air is warm and sweet with summer's arrival as harvest season begins to peak with the fruitfulness of life." Here I am cutting out my Dutch door, being careful not to cut through any of my strawberry leaves. And fun fact, you can make tea from the strawberry leaves. Just be careful not to drink too much as it can have a laxative effect. Strawberry leaf tea is full of vitamin C and antioxidants and has been said to reduce the risk of developing chronic conditions like cardiovascular disease and type 2 diabetes. I had forgotten to draw my line for the Dutch door cutaway on the calendar side of the page, so I had to shift some things over. Some of my calendar boxes ended up under my strawberry designs, but that's okay. I had debated on whether to have the boxes over the design or just outline the design in the boxes without coloring it in, and I chose to outline the design and feel it gives a nice little contrast. I like that you can somewhat layer the Ohuhu markers to get the veins in the leaves and a bit of an outline on the strawberries that are overlapping as well. I do go back to my cover page to add some sparkly elements to the flowers with my metallic gel pen, and even later I also go back with my metallic pen to put the seeds on the strawberries. My verse for June is Philippians 3:13 and 14. "Brothers, I do not consider that I have made it my own, but one thing I do, forgetting what lies behind and straining forward to what lies ahead, I press on toward the goal for the prize of the upward call of God in Christ Jesus." I start my monthly spreads with my devotional and TBR tracker, as well as what workouts I do each day. This month, I will be working out to Frank Medrano videos with some Qigong on my rest days. Next up is my gratitude page, where I track all the things that I'm thankful for each day. I had to go with a crescent moon full of strawberries for the design on this page to continue the moon theme. Now for my habits and my cleaning tracker. I pretty much am tracking the same habits that I did in May, and I'm going to keep with the same routine for the cleaning the house for June because it worked really well in May. So let's hope for 2 months in a row. I'm continuing using a Dutch door style for my weeklies, and I used my corner rounder on the edges. I did decide to put my weather tracker back in with my weeklies, mainly because there wasn't enough room on my monthly spread for it. I did the Dutch doors a little bit differently for June and cut them on the side instead of at the top. And I do like how the June turned out at the top left of the page for the first week, but I wish I had left it out on the rest of the weeks, as it's too close to the first one and it just looks a little weird. But you never know what's going to work and what's not if you don't try it, right? I also shortened my reflections page quite a bit, as the 2-page spread was too long and I just wasn't filling it out. So hopefully a condensed version will help me keep up with it. I have a couple of pages left in my journal that I will use to plan out the layout for my July to December journal. I can't wait to start setting that one up, although I will really miss my Raven journal as the cover is just so beautiful. Now for the final flip through of my June bullet journal setup. And thank you so much for joining me today for my next installment in my Moon series. And please hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any Plan With Me videos from me. What is your theme for June? Are you at the end of your journal and moving into a new one in July as well? Let me know in the comments. And if you've made it to the end of the video, leave a strawberry emoji in the comments to let me know you are here. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!